All right, welcome back. Let's do the drizzle stitch next. So I need a special needle, and I call it an embellishing needle because this is a knot, and we need a needle that when you make knots, it's perfectly cylindrical through the whole thing. So it's the same all the way down through the eye. So where the eye is, it does not wing out. It's perfectly straight. So that makes it much easier to pull the knot through. So these needles are made especially for making knots. So that's why we call it an embellishing needle. So I put a knot on the end. I can't do my fancy trick with this eye because it's not wide enough to do that. So you just have to thread it the old-fashioned way. So then I'm going to come up from behind, and I'm going to do 3 knots right in the middle of this flower. So what I do is I pull it through, and then I unthread it. Yeah, I unthread it. How do you make a knot with an unthreaded needle? So this is how. So I'm just going to park it back down. You do need a pillow. Did you notice that I have a pillow on my lap when I stitch? So that's because it's nice to have a place for your hands to rest, and it puts your back into the chair so you don't get hunched over too much, and you can stitch for a long time when you have a pillow on your lap. All right, so back to the drizzle stitch. So I parked my needle in there, and I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to grab the thread, and then I'm going to twist it and drop it on the needle. So I'm going to keep doing that about a bunch of times. So I'm going to count them. So I think I'm going to do, let's say, probably, that's about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do 15. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that one went down a little too far. You want them all in a row. There we go. All right. So once I have that on, I'm going to hold the tension, and I'm going to rethread my needle. And these do have some fairly nice eyes on them that you can thread. But of course I'm on camera, so it's not going to go in there easy. I'm going to put a nice little I can't help it, I got to spit on it. All right, so thread it back up. So now I'm going to hold on to it tight right here, and I'm going to pull it with my opposite hand, and that's going to bring it all the way down. And you see how it like curled? So it has this twist to it. I think I did 15. How easily I forget, right? So now let's do it again. So park it on my pillow, unthread, park it right next to where I came out, under, turn, and drop. So pull it under. So we're like casting on the needle. I don't knit, so I don't really know the proper terms, or if this is like casting on, but I think it is. So you're just going to feed those on. And these knots are super fun to make. You'll enjoy doing these. And it adds just a little bit extra to each flower. So what I would do too is, I'm doing a pink flower right here. I would do all the pink flowers. So I would just do all the knots with all of the same color thread. Ooh, I got that one first time. All right, so now hold on tight with the tension, and then we pull the needle through, and see how easily that needle comes through, and then you pull it tight. Super fun. And you could make these opposing colors if you wanted to too. Maybe you're brave. I kind of like the matchy-matchy on these flowers. All right, turn, drop it on. 15 times. Now don't be going back and counting to see how many I did. It's really not that important that they're exactly the same, because nothing in nature, like all the stamens aren't the same size, so it's okay to have them look willy-nilly too. So when you just look like you got enough, and remember, it's going to sink down and twist, so you want to kind of overshoot it a little bit. And trust me, you can make these knots super big. All right, tension, and then pull her down. All right, so I just did 3 knots, and look at how much that added to that flower. Now I'm just going to go to the back, take a little bite. You know the drill here, once, twice, pull her tight. Clip it. And then I would go grab my other block with the other pink and keep going until I have all of them done. All right. So meet me back here again for the next video.